They play all day. Ooh, they play all night. Dancing to the song. Jumping up and down, spinning all around, running everywhere, climbing up the stairs, climbing on the fence, going up and down, dancing on the ground.
Hi everyone, my name is Mac. It's nice to meet you. I love to dance and play with my friends. I also like to tell stories. Would you like to hear a few?
The forest awakens as sunlight paints the ground, revealing colorful shapes scattered among the trees.
Mac awakens, eyes widening at the sight. Wow! The rainbow has dropped shapes all over the forest.
Mac finds Esta grazing peacefully near the riverbank. Arthur surfaces, his colors flashing in the sunlit water. Isaac emerges from the reeds, shaking the earth.
Mac shouts, Esta, the rainbow dropped shapes in the forest. Let's go find them.
Esta responds, let's call the others too. Arthur chimes in, they'll help look for the shapes in the water. Isaac adds, I can carry big shapes in my mouth.
In a forest clearing bathed in sunlight, Frank proudly displays his red square. Archie points out a yellow triangle high up in the trees, his long neck reaching for the sky. Abby giggles, playfully rolling onto the orange oval. Otto carefully carries the shapes with his trunk, ensuring they are safe. A sudden gust of wind scatters the shapes, as the friends look on in surprise. Mac and his friends sing and dance with the shapes, their voices blending in joyful harmony. Shapes are fun, and colors too. With friends around, there's so much to do. Red, blue, green, and more. Let's explore and learn galore.
The animals of Brightville play a new game every morning. Find the rainbow shapes.
That was a fun story. What did you think? Here is another one about sharing.
Once upon a time in a sunny meadow, a toddler dinosaur named Mac had a shiny red ball. He loved his ball more than anything, and didn't want to share it, not even with his best friends. Esta the gentle deer, Frank the playful raccoon, Abby the cuddly panda, Archie the tall giraffe, and Otto the trumpet-tooting elephant. One afternoon, Mac was bouncing his ball when Otto asked, "Can I try?" Mac shook his little green head. "Nope, it's mine." Otto looked sad, and soon all the friends sat quietly, not playing. Mac noticed the fun was gone. He blinked and waddled over. Maybe we can take turns?" Smiles lit up. One by one, everyone had a go. Otto made it bounce with his trunk. Archie kicked it high, and Frank spun it on his tail. They laughed, cheered, and even made up a new game called Dino Ball. At the end of the day, Mac beamed. Sharing is kind of fun, and from that day on, Mac shared everything, even his favorite snacks.
That was such a great story. I love learning. I know learning colors and shapes are important, but nothing beats sharing and spending time with family and friends. How about we take a break and do some dancing?
Ooh, they play all night, dancing to the song. Jumping up and down, spinning all around, running everywhere, climbing up the stairs, climbing on the fence, going up and down, dancing on the ground, jumping all around. Whoa.
That was some great dancing, everyone. How about we sing one of my favorite songs about the alphabet? What do you think? It's going to be really fun.
A is for apple, so shiny red. B is for ball that we bounce on the bed. C is for cat that curls up and purrs. D is for dog who's covered in fur. E is for elephant, big and gray. F is for fish that swims all day. G is for grapes, so juicy and round. H is for horse who gallops the ground. I is for igloo, cozy and cool. J is for jumping in a big swimming pool. K is for kite that flies so high. L is for lantern lighting the sky. Let's sing it slow and take our time. Learning letters is oh so fine. Is is for moon that glows at night. N is for nest where birds take flight. O is for octopus deep in the sea. P is for picnic under a tree. Q is for quail with a story untold. R is a rabbit that hops all around. S is a snake that slithers on the ground. T is a tiger with stripes so cool. U is for unicorn, breaking every rule. V is a vulture, flying high in the skies. W is a whale, a giant surprise. X marks the spot like a pirate's quest. Y is for yak with its hairy chest. Z is for zebra, a black and white friend. Now we've reached the alphabet's end.
I love the alphabet, it's one of my favorite songs. Alright, I think it's time for another story about caring and being nice to others.
Abby helps Bunny. One sunny morning, Abby was playing in the garden when she heard a tiny sniffle. She looked around and saw a little bunny hiding behind a flower. The bunny's paw was muddy and its ears drooped low. "Oh no," said Abby. "Are you okay, Bunny?" The bunny gave a small shake of its head. Abby sat down gently. "It's okay. I can help." She got her soft towel from the porch and wiped Bunny's paw very carefully. "There," Abby said. "All clean." Then she gave Bunny a carrot and sang a quiet song. The bunny's ears perked up, and it gave a happy little hop. Abby smiled. "See? You're feeling better." The bunny nuzzled her hand, then hopped away with a wiggle and a bounce. Abby waved. "Bye-bye, Bunny. Take care." From that day on, every time Abby saw someone sad or hurt people, pets, or even her Teddish remembered, a little care makes a big difference.
That was such a great story about caring. It's amazing to know anybody can make a difference. Let's take a moment and take a dancing break.
Jump up, spin around, fall down. Reach to look out when first stand. Stairs up and around the stairs. This you was spooning. Jump up, spin around, fall down. Reach to look out when first stand. Stairs up and around the stairs. This you was spooning.
I really enjoy dancing. Let's listen to a couple more stories about something we all struggle with, one with facing our fears and the other potty training.
The closet. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house on Rogers Street, lived a brave toddler named Bobby. Bobby was only 3 years old, with orange spiked hair and a toy car that went everywhere with him. One rainy evening, after his bedtime story and a goodnight kiss, Bobby was tucked into bed. Mama turned off the light, and the room filled with soft shadows. Bobby snuggled under his blanket, but just as he was closing his eyes, he noticed something. The closet door was open just a crack, and inside a shape moved. His heart pitter-pattered like tiny raindrops on the window. Was it a monster? A giant sock spider? Or worse, a wiggly closet ghost? Bobby clutched his car tight. "I'm a big boy," he whispered. "I can do this." He sat up, took a deep breath, a big, lion-sized breath, and climbed out of bed. His little feet patted across the floor, his bravery growing with each step. "Excuse me, Shadow," he said, standing tall. "This is my room, and if you're going to be here, you need to be nice." The shadow didn't move, so Bobby reached for his nightlight. Click! The soft glow filled the room, and suddenly, the scary shape in the closet was just a coat on a hanger, and his rain boots sitting underneath. Bobby giggled. "You're not scary. You're just my coat." Feeling proud, he shut the closet door with a click and marched back to bed. He squeezed his red car to his chest. As Mama peeked in to check on him, she found Bobby fast asleep, one tiny hand still holding the car, and a brave smile on his face. And from that day on, Bobby never feared the shadows, because he knew being brave doesn't mean not feeling scared. It means doing the brave thing even when you are.
Mac the T-Rex Tries the Potty. Mac was a little T-Rex with big feet, a big tail, and a big smile. But Mac had a big problem. 2 still wore dino diapers. One morning, Mac's mama said, "Mac, you're getting so big. Have you tried the potty yet?" Mac shook his head. "It looks kind of weird. And what if I fall in?" Mama giggled. "You won't fall in. I'll help you." So Mac tiptoed to the potty. He looked at it. He sniffed it. He even gave it a little poke. "It's just a potty," Mama said. "You can do it." Mac sat down and waited. And then, plip, plop, he did it. Mac's eyes got wide. "I used the potty," Mama cheered. "Great job, Mac." Mama T-Rex came in and gave him a high five. "Next time, just tell me when you feel the potty wiggle in your tummy." From then on, every time Mac felt the wiggle, he rushed to the potty. Sometimes he made it, and sometimes he didn't. But he always tried again. One day, Mama T-Rex said, "Guess what, Mac? No more diapers." Mac grinned. "I'm a big dino now."
These stories are so amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I have one more song for you before we leave. Have a wonderful day.